Finally, a Coach Sambo tutorial for advanced head spins. You know this is gonna be straight fire, right? So this video will be packed with high quality content for anyone who's got their basic head spin down. So that would be the people that master the head spin with basic taps and even manage to let go a little bit and spin without hands. Now, how do you know if you really master your head spins with your taps? Well, first of all, you should be able to do at least 50 taps easily while maintaining a good form. And then the second thing we should start to notice is that while you're hitting your taps, that you have a noticeable increased speed compared to most beginners. If this sounds a little too hard for you at this point, then I'm sorry, but you have no other choice than to go back to my very good beginner's head spin tutorial that you can find, of course, alongside many other high quality breaking tutorials on Coach Sambo's YouTube channel. So if you do master basic head spin taps, there are a bunch of variations that are, to be honest, not that hard to do. To start out with this one, head spin taps, but only using one hand. And for this one, you want to start doing your basic head spin taps. Then after building enough speed and having that good balance, all you want to do is take away one hand. This is possible with both hands, no matter in what direction you spin. Now be creative with this one because you have one hand free, and that free hand can be used to display certain details and make your form interesting and original. Also, by using a little bit of your brain capacity, I bet you can find tons of cool stuff based on this one-handed tap variation. And while working on this variation, which is basically a lot of fun to do, you're of course improving your head spin so you can adapt to other variations that are to come. Now I bet you didn't see this variation coming when you clicked on this video, right? Well, you should never underestimate your boy Coach Sambo. The next variation is a great one to help you learn and improve your no-handed head spin. Head spins with your elbows on the floor. Now I don't know the specific name of this variation. However, I do know that it's a lot of fun to practice. Grab a sweater or a shirt with long sleeves to help you glide over the floor for this one. Then build up your speed with your taps and then grab the back of your head while placing those elbows on the floor, creating a bigger surface for you to spin on than just the top of your head. And it's actually easier than a no-handed head spin because of this reason. Now don't take your head off the floor while doing this. When I teach this variation to students, this is the most common issue I see. For some reason, something is telling them to pull their head off the floor. And I don't know why it's such a common issue. Well, you know, after 20 years of coaching, you kind of know already in advance what to tell people exactly. And that's why you know Coach Sambo's YouTube channel is at that highest level. So don't forget to subscribe if you once more come to that realization. Now, when executing this easy head spin variation, we want to take advantage of that balance we have to work on leg positions. These leg positions will help us with other variations later in this video. Try these 4 positions in this exact order. Open and stretched legs with low hips, pulling legs into a pump position with the knees close to the chest. In this pump position, we move on over to crossing our feet and then stretching the legs out, leading us to the drill of this head spin variation. Now, these are very important positions within your head spin that are basically the key to many other variations. Take your time transitioning from one position to the other and challenge yourself by spinning all the way to the end until you come to a complete stop and then basically just holding that position. Now, here are a bunch of other variations that you can do with these elbow head spins. You have the head spin with one elbow attached to your head, reminding you that you can do this also on both sides. You also have the variation with one arm to the front and the other arm to the back of your head. Also keeping in mind that you can switch which arm is in the front and which arm is in the back. So that's 5 different variations on this elbow head spin just by using the arms by themselves, without really including too many specific positions on legs. I mean, you already got a lot to work with right here. And we're not even halfway through the video and I probably already smoked all of the other advanced head spin tutorials out there, I think. Well, I didn't really watch any, so I don't really know. So let me remind you once more that you do want to subscribe. Now, another similar variation that is easy to learn is the head spin variation while your wrists glide over the floor during your head spins. Now, same thing here. It's easier because you have extra body parts connecting to the floor, giving you a bigger surface for you to find your balance so you can spin longer and work on those leg shapes. Definitely try that one out. So when it comes to regular basic no-handed head spins, it all starts from proper speed and control from those taps. Again, if you master those taps, letting go and just balancing will feel like really natural and organic, something I do talk about in my beginner's head spin tutorial. And then once letting go of those hands, everything is about technique and form. Keeping those legs really straight with those hips low to the front. Then to maintain speed, you gently want to pull those legs in to the pump position with the knees close to the chest, as we talked about a few minutes ago. And this is one of the most fun parts when you start to really learn and master your head spin. Finding that balance and then gently pulling those legs in, basically like a backspin, maintaining speed, and basically enjoying life as you spin on your head. Once you start to get the hang of this, as previously mentioned, you want to cross those feet and then move on over to the drills. And the more you do these 4 different positions without rushing the process and taking your time during the weeks, but also during the head spins, the faster this head spin will evolve for you and the more fun it will become. Getting more speed, a better balance, and more spins with each practice. Now from the pump position come many different variations. The egg head spin or the tombstone head spin, for example, are both just extended versions of the pump position when it's well mastered. However, drilling from your head spin can be very challenging, unless you get your tips from your man, Coach Sambo. And what a coincidence, that's me. Now the easiest way to learn drills is by stretching out one leg first and then slowly stretching out the second one. Now working with 2 legs separately can give you a major advantage to find your balance. Pulling the second leg back in to save you from falling or crashing as soon as you feel that you're losing balance. So that's a great way to help you not gamble with your head spin drills, because obviously if you crashed, especially during a battle, it's probably gonna mess up your day. Stretching that leg out, but then pulling it back in is a great way to give you some form of control when training your head spin drills. Also good to know that during your head spin drills, keeping those arms in a comfortable position and shifting wherever it's needed to help you find better balance during that drill is definitely a tip that you're gonna need when you start to train your head spin drills. And especially if you wanna be busting out those long ass control drills. Another really good advanced headspin exercise I have for you guys to develop balance is challenging yourself to perform a slow motion headspin. First founded by my main man, bboy Super G, and later done by countless other b-boys. This variation actually helps you work on better balance, giving you better access to many other variations and possibilities, improving your headspins on the spot and giving you better access to many other variations and possibilities. So all of the previous information can really help you take your headspin to the next level. So you can basically cook your own shit and find your own variations. But no matter how good your headspins are, it's impossible to win a battle or a competition just by using headspin. So how do we use headspins properly for battle? Yes, I'm including this kind of stuff. Well, it's simple. Step 1 is you subscribe. And then basically you want to master your headspin so well that you learn how to combine it with other moves, creating original and surprising ways for you to enter your headspin. And then once you enter your headspin, whatever variation it might be, display a proper amount of rounds before combining to the next move. Now that's a proper way of using your headspins during a battle. Basically avoiding you doing long ass taps during a battle before hitting a certain variation. You have to start by learning your headspin basics first and the separate variations before you can use those variations and apply it to some kind of original and surprising combo. Again, you can't win on a headspin. So big question, are the headspins worth all the investment? They definitely are. Because at the end of the day, when you think about it, it's just all about that b-boy shit. Peace.